children. So, best thing I can say is I'll have to quote Genesis 2:25, and they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. God bless. Andy? First off, I'd like to thank everyone that made this day possible, and also everyone that made it here today, Sharon, Dan, and Cassie's special day. I'm very glad to be here on this occasion and celebrate this wonderful day with my best friend, Dan. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Andy, and I've been best friends with Dan since I was 8 years old. As I sat down to write this speech, I asked myself, how do you sum up 20 years of friendship in a few short words? The short answer was there's no words that can simply do it justice. But still, here goes my best shot. Dan has been there for me through anything and everything, from growing up into young boys, then into teenagers, and now into adulthood. He has been there for my wedding day to my lovely wife, and he was there again when we welcomed our son into this world. We have been through a lot together, and much has changed over the years, but the one constant remains our friendship. It is a bond that was forged through a common love of sports, many late-night video gaming sessions, our still childish taste for pro wrestling, late-night drives talking about anything on our minds. It has been a fun ride, my friend, and I honestly wouldn't change a thing. Dan, words can't express how proud I am of you today. You're genuine as they come, and that is a particularly hard trait to come by in today's world. You have come so far from the shy boy I grew up with. You are confident, strong in your beliefs, sincere, and open-hearted. All these qualities are a blessing to anyone who is lucky enough to call you friend or family. You have become your own man, and it is a version that I can honestly look to in admiration. Your strength and resolute devotion to God is a beacon for others to aspire to, and I am confident that because of this, great things are in store for you and your wonderful bride's future. When Dan first told me about Cassie, she sounded too good to be true. Then I met her, and I knew right away that my friend was no fool. He had truly found the perfect woman for him. She is kind, warm-hearted, as genuine as Dan is, a woman of God. And thankfully, ever so graceful, because as you may or may not know, Dan may or may not need some help in this category. Even as recently as 3 weeks ago, he may or may not have dropped his car keys into the door of my car, causing me to have to take apart the car door at 3 a.m. after driving 9 hours back and forth from Cleveland. But I digress, and let's just all be thankful he has Cassie to pick up the slack here. When I think of Dan and Cassie together, a particular story comes to mind. All growing up, there's been many instances where Dan and I would randomly say, or in some cases shout, the same thing at the exact same time, with the exact same inflection. This has led to many laughs and good times. I always thought that shared wavelengths like this could take years, often decades, to build with a best friend. But then one of the first couple times I met Cassie, I found that this was a commonality that we both shared with Dan, that she uttered the exact same sentence as him at the exact same time, and they haven't stopped since. At that moment, I knew it wasn't when, or not if, but when my friend would marry this woman and spend the rest of his life with her. Cassie, as I stand here today, I can honestly say I'm honored to share the title of Dan's best friend with you. Thank you so much for giving all the love and more that my best friend deserves. He truly is a better man today because of you. I would just like to close with a little parting marital advice that my father has passed to me along over the years, Dan. Your wife is your best friend and always comes first. Always give without expecting in return. Never deprive one another of your love, no matter how mad you are. Be quick to forgive and always forget. Never go to bed mad, and if none of that works, always remember 3 words that everyone wants to hear, Dan. You're right, dearie. At this time, I'd like to propose a toast to Dan and Cassie. Right in the middle of an ordinary life, love gives us a fairy tale. May you two keep living yours each and every day.
Tinkle.
Tinkle. Oh, Jalen wants to tinkle.
Okay, Jalen, come on. I'll tinkle with you. Come on.
Tinkle.
Tinkle, tinkle.
Jalen.
to making embarrassing home videos and other things. And for anyone who wants to see those home videos, you can see us here. Needless to say, we've enjoyed making many memories together through the years. And when we first met Dan, it was at a bonfire in our backyard. And we were slightly confused as to why he was wearing sunglasses in the dark. But as we got to know him, we learned that there was a great guy under those sunglasses. A guy that is very devoted and caring. And to Cassie, we're so glad to see how well God's plan has worked out for you. And we will always cherish those childhood memories, and we look forward to the many more to come. So to Cassie and Dan, enjoy your beautiful wedding day, and enjoy your beautiful